Keeps control for Thompson. Pass receiving's wide open underneath in the basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out, up top to the left side, Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath, then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Semp for takeoff.
Fosston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome live inside the Climax Shelley School. Tonight, we bring you a mid-season matchup in Section 8A boys basketball. Two teams looking to get back on the winning side of things in the second half of the season. Tonight's game features the visiting Fosston Greyhounds and the Climax-Fisher Knights. Hello once again, everyone. I'm Dawson Peterson, bringing you tonight's game coverage on yourliveevent.com as we welcome you inside the pregame show. Climax-Fisher on the season, just the one win under their belt at the North Home Kellier Mustangs back on December 21st prior to the holiday break. A game in which the Knights put up almost 100 points. They won 98-72. Since then, they've dropped three in a row against Stephen Argyle at Sacred Heart and at Ada Borup West just last night. And tonight against the Fosston Greyhounds, a team who they lost to earlier in the year in a close matchup. They look to avenge that loss from earlier this season. For Fosston, 3-6, also on a three-game skid of their own, falling to Park Christian, Crookston, and at the Winnie-Mac Patriots 87-62 in their most recent matchup. The Greyhounds defeating Climax-Fisher earlier this season 47-39 back on December 18th. Check that, December 15th, and trying to sweep the Knights this season. Inside the pregame show tonight, we'll have our pregame coaches interviews, a conversation with both Coach Ben Hemberger and head coach Alex Wenzel of the Climax-Fisher Knights. We'll come back and talk keys to the game for both of these two teams. And that's all leading into our starting lineups here tonight. Then the opening tip-off between Climax-Fisher and Fosston on yourliveevent.com. More coverage of the pregame show continues next.
Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Christian Motors is proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. They've got a huge selection of new and used vehicles there on the lot. You can stop by and check the selection or go online to christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. Your new vehicle is waiting for you at Christian Motors in Fertile. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. christianmotors.com, christiancarsonline.com. Stop and see the selection today. Christian Motors of Fertile.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead. 218-456-2172.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Welcome back inside the pregame show tonight on yourliveevent.com. I'm Dawson Peterson, joined by our cameraman, Adrian Thompson, who is sitting to my right, working the camera behind the scenes here this evening. Thanks for joining us inside the pregame show. We jump into our pregame coaches interviews and a conversation with head coach Ben Hemberger. 3-6 the Greyhounds are on the season, in the middle of a three-game skid. Their most recent game at the Winnie-Mac Patriots, 87-62. They took to loss there. The 2 games before that at Crookston and at Park Christian. So this is their 4th game in a row on the road, and they look to beat the Climax-Fisher Knights for the 2nd time this season. So here is our pregame conversation with head coach Ben Hemberger of the Fosston Greyhounds. Ben Hemberger, head coach of the Fosston Greyhounds, joining us on the pregame show tonight. And coach, your 2nd game after Christmas break tonight against Climax-Fisher, but played the Winnie-Mac Patriots before, and coming out on the losing end of that one, and it just sounded like got behind early and just couldn't do much from there.
Well, yeah, we got behind early, and I think we got behind 20-2 right out of the gate, and then it just kind of stayed in that 16 to 23-point range the rest of the way. So we played with them, the rest of the way, but we didn't, come out of the gate strong and then kind of, set us back, and we don't really have the firepower to come back from deficits like that right now. So, um, it wasn't all bad, but there's things to get better at, and I know we had a good chat on Friday afternoon at practice, and worked them pretty good on Friday. I thought we had a productive day, and I thought we had a productive day yesterday as well. So hopefully we can see some progress here. Hopefully we've hit rock bottom and start going up from there.
Currently on just a 3-game slide, a couple of games prior to Christmas break. Was there anything, after the holiday break that you wanted to change to try and create a little bit of a spark here somewhere in the second half of the season?
Well, I think before Christmas, and it was a little bit better at Winnie-Mac, but I thought we really struggled, even really getting into an offense. The Crookston game before break, for example. I think we, by the time we finally got our bearings straight and got into our offense, half the shot clock was gone. So then it's just kind of scramble mode, and so we spent a lot of time over break just transitioning into our offensive sets and all that type of stuff, out of transition. And I thought that went a little bit better at Winnie Mac for the most part, to be honest. And so we really focused on that. The last couple of days, we've tried to tweak a few things here and there, and focus a little bit more on the defensive end, because we really struggled with that against Winnie Mac.
Was there anything specific on the defensive side, whether it be communication or just out of position? What were some of those specific details that you guys are trying to hammer in on?
We one area of the floor that we really don't want the ball to go to is the middle of the paint from the wing. And Winnie Mac was driving the ball right to the middle of the floor, right to the nail, just about every single time that they had the ball. And they either hit a quick little jumper, or our big would have to come up and lift and help, and then they just hit him down low for a layup. And we always want to try to force that ball going towards the baseline without giving it up. But if you do get beat, your rotations are all the same, no matter what kind of defense that you're playing. And so we really got to focus on getting that ball going towards baseline and half court line, and keep the ball from getting penetrated in the middle of the paint.
Game tonight on the road at the Climax-Fisher Knights. You beat them back in December earlier here in the year, but a little disappointed with your team's energy in that one. You guys did come away with the win, but how do you make sure you guys are ready to go right away from the jump?
I think it's gonna be better tonight. I really do. And I'm guessing that theirs will be a little bit better as well. I don't think either team necessarily played all that well. I think it was 6-2 with about 6 minutes to go in the first half, and it was kind of a yawner, to be honest. But I anticipate both teams playing with a little bit more pep tonight, I guess, and playing a little bit faster and getting a little bit more comfortable. I think they're kind of in the same boat we are, trying to figure things out and figure out who we are and figure out who they are, and and go from there. I think right now we're in a position where we need to try to worry about ourselves more than anybody else, and once we and start figuring that out a little bit, then maybe we can start worrying about some of these other teams that we'll see down the stretch.
All right. Sounds good, Ben. Thanks for the time. Good luck.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And that was head coach Ben Hemberger of the Fosston Greyhounds with us in our pregame coaches interviews. That loss against the Winnie-Mac Patriots, it was just tough from the start. Winnie-Mac going up early 20-2, the score in that one. And it was just hard to you get behind the 8 ball early. But like Coach Hemberger said, in that second half, the Greyhounds, they were able to play with the Patriots for most of that second half, or for the most part of that game, with the exception of those first 22 points. But we'll see how they do tonight against Climax-Fisher, and looking for some more energy right away from the jump. is Coach Hemberger and the Fosston Greyhounds. 8.5 minutes away from our opening tip tonight in Section 8A boys basketball and Pine Prairie Conference boys basketball. Both of these two teams residing in the northern half of the Pine Prairie Conference standings, and we'll take a look at those here in just a little bit. We'll have a conversation with head coach Alex Wenzel on the Climax-Fisher Knights coming your way next on yourliveevent.com.
Looking for a reliable partner when it comes to top quality products and exceptional service? Look no further. The answer you're looking for is the Fosston Tri-Co-op. With convenient locations in Fosston, McIntosh, Clearbrook, and Gully, we're your local partner dedicated to helping you thrive. From premium seeds and fertilizers to cutting-edge farming technology, the Fosston Tri-Co-op has what you need for success. Visit one of our locations today and let's grow together. The Fosston Tri-Co-op, partnering with farmers, growing with the community.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and Seedex sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. This ad is paid for by the Climax Community Club, standing proudly as a cornerstone supporter of the Climax Shelley School District.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Coach Wenzel of the Climax-Fisher Knights joining us on the pregame show tonight. And Coach, coming into tonight's matchup against Fosston Greyhounds, a 1-9 overall record, but taking a peek at some of your guys' box scores, in the one win, you guys put almost 100 points against North Home-Kelliher, and then, it's a little spotty, kind of like you said. Is there anything on the offensive end that you guys look to shore up tonight?
Yeah, I think it just goes back to our fundamentals, right? When we're getting good looks and taking our time and not playing a high rate of speed and fall into the other team's game, I think we can really capitalize on those open looks. But when we're rushing ourselves, it just seems like we don't put the basketball in the hoop like we should.
You guys more of a half court, run the offense, run the sets type of team, it sounds like?
Yeah. If we can, I like to push the ball when we can. But we're a really young team too, so we make a lot of mistakes. And I don't like to force those guys to put them in uncomfortable situations. So yeah, we're kind of a half set team. We might come out and maybe do a little press here and there tonight. Just see. I don't know. We'll have to see how the kids kind of react to it right away.
Sure. Tell me a little bit more about your team as far as like that inexperience goes, because there could be good and bad, right? You throw them in the fire, they get the experience right away, and in a couple of years, it's no big deal. But in other aspects, the inexperience shows at times, right?
Yes, for sure. Our younger kids work their tail off. They're flying around. They're having fun. They work their butt off. But with that comes challenges on the offensive end for us. We're maybe not looking to make that extra pass. Maybe we're driving into 3 people. They're just some fundamental things that if we can clean up, I don't see why we can't be a good team in this section. So.
Well, tonight against Fosston, you lost to them earlier in the year in December, but a pretty close battle. And even talking to Coach Hemberger, saying that his team's a little different, and you guys are certainly different. It was kind of a long time ago now.
Yes, yeah, for sure. We're we like to learn, right? We're hoping we can get some things flowing tonight, and if we can get some of our younger guys scoring, that's when we really, that's when we can put up 90 points. But it takes our younger guys to kind of get their flow and shoot the ball well. So nothing to take away from Fosston. They always come ready to play too. Mr. Hemberger's been there a long time. So the kids play hard. So if we can just, do the little things, box out, take care of the ball, I think it'll be a good game tonight.
All right. Well, sounds good, Coach. Thanks for the time as always, and good luck.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And that was the head coach of the Climax-Fisher Knights, Alex Wenzel, joining us in our pregame coaches interviews, as our pregame coaches interviews are being brought to you by River's Edge Insurance Agency. At River's Edge Insurance Agency, they can coach you on the best insurance package for your family or business. Visit with Lori, Emily, and the team at River's Edge Insurance Agency in Halstead for your insurance for family or business insurance needs. Call 218-456-2172. So those were our pregame coaches interviews, brought to you by River's Edge Insurance Agency. As we continue on with our pregame show, 2.5 minutes away from our opening tip tonight between the Fosston Greyhounds and the Climax-Fisher Knights, we go back to that game back on December 15th, where the Greyhounds came out victorious over Climax-Fisher 47-39. Looking back on that post-game interview in the post-game show with Coach Ben Hemberger after the win for Fosston, he had said, "We were fortunate to win. Guys were not ready to go. Our energy was flat all night long." And, well, as we talked to Coach Hemberger in the pregame coaches interviews, the energy is going to be better tonight. He already told us that. He's confident that his team will have a much higher energy coming in to the matchup again here tonight. And talking with both coaches, too, these are two different teams compared back to December 15th. It was still early in the season. Both teams still trying to find their bearings on what's going on with what they want to do throughout the season. So I expect some higher energy for the Fosston Greyhounds tonight, as that'll be a big key to the game. As we talk keys to the game for both of these two teams, that's the first key for the Fosston Greyhounds. On the other side, for the Climax-Fisher Knights, get the offense rolling right away. Get some easy ones, and then you start to move out a little bit beyond the three-point line. I know some teams can get a little trigger happy from distance, but get some of those easy layups going. And then, like Coach Wenzel said, when you get those younger guys scoring and you get some more of those role players, supporting cast players going, on the offensive end, putting the ball in the basket a little bit more, it just builds confidence for everybody else on the team. So those are going to be the keys to the game tonight. The keys to the game for Climax-Fisher: get everybody involved, get the young guys scoring. And then for the Fosston Greyhounds, their big key to the game: bring energy right away from the tip. That is our pregame show tonight, as we will take a short break and honor America with the playing of our national anthem, and then the starting lineups in Section 8A boys basketball. It's the Fosston Greyhounds and the Climax-Fisher Knights on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
The Fisher Booster Club is a proud supporter of all Climax-Fisher Knights and Polk County West Thunder athletic events and activities. From volleyball, golf, basketball, and football to robotics, knowledge bowl, one-act plays, and speech, we are proud to support the students in their pursuit of excellence, not just in the classroom, but in all they do. To learn more about becoming a member or upcoming events, visit the school website or talk to one of our members. The Fisher Booster Club, supporting our local students.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
At Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, they remain committed to their original mission of providing living environments for seniors that maximize health, independence, and quality of life. Residents can enjoy hobbies, socializing, programs, and more at Halstead Living Center and Heritage House communities. For more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Back inside the final segment of the pregame show tonight on yourliveevent.com. We take a look at your starting lineups for both of these two teams, starting first with the Fosston Greyhounds. The starting five: junior number 1, Kelton Gray. Junior number 4 is Ryan Dupong. Senior number 12, Hudson Bushy. Senior number 20, Trevor Vig. And a junior number 33 is Will Christian. Head coach for the Greyhounds is Ben Hemberger. Assistant coaches Les Viken, Josh Martinson, and Dan Bushy. Starting five for Climax-Fisher: senior number 10, Jarrett Steinman. Sophomore number 12, Branson Solheim. Sophomore number 14 is Ty Torrance. Senior number 23, Ryan Morris. And senior number 25 is Ethan Evans. Head coach for Climax-Fisher is Alex Wenzel. Assistant coach is Ethan Prosnick. So here we go from the Climax Shelley School. Possession number 1 belonging to the Fosston Greyhounds, and an immediately quick basket from Kelton Gray, who puts it in for 2. There's your first points of the game on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Climax-Fisher comes the other way from our right to left as we see it here from the broadcast table. Climax-Fisher, an overall record of 1-9. Morris has it out top, zips it down low to Jarrett Steinmetz, and his first points of the game quickly ties it back up at 2 here early on in the first half. Full court pressure on by Climax-Fisher, and a whistle and a foul in the backcourt being called against the Knights, and the first of the game, and the first on number 12 in Branson Solheim. And Coach Wenzel talked about it in the pregame show that they're going to apply a little bit of pressure tonight. A couple of batted balls early and now, and near early turnover from the Greyhounds. Ball to the left wing. Gray touches it inside, out right wing, and a head fake from Ryan Dupong, but shuffled the feet before he put the basketball down. And the first turnover of the night, just not quite 60 seconds into this one. Coming back across the timeline in the senior guard, Ryan Morris, the southpaw, crossing over up near the top of the key as he activates the offense. A pin down on the one side. Right wing, Torrance feeds it to Evans, right back to Torrance, and a nice little floater from the middle of the lane. It rolled in and out, and Hudson Bushy comes down with the rebound. Gray in the right corner, he puts up a 3, and that's good. Kelton Gray. First 5 points of the night for the Greyhounds. It's 5-2. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Morris the answer. Short off the front. Greyhounds push back the other way. Bushy to the baseline. He got wrapped up by the shoulders on Climax-Fisher's Branson Solheim, and that's quickly his second. So Coach Wenzel will have to go to his bench and sends in junior number 22 and Gabe Wenzel. Greyhound basketball on the right side of the lane. Kirsten inbounds it. They screen for him on the inbounds inside the paint. Kick out to Gray, who has the first 5 points of the night for Fosston. Dupong out top. Reverses around to Bushy. Uses a ball screen with Trevor Vig. Baseline dribble. Kirsten back to the top of the key. Loose ball into the backcourt. The Knights the other way. Can't finish was Jarrett Steinman's. A good look at it. He left the left-handed layup short. And it stays at a 3-point ball game. Handoff with Bushy, left wing, baseline drive, and a whistle and a foul called from the baseline. And the foul against Climax-Fisher already quickly their third of the half, and goes on Gabe Wenzel, who just subbed in for Branson Solheim after Solheim quickly picked up his second foul of the night. Here's the inbound. Kirsten wide open on the right side, didn't have the angle. And Ryan Morris clears it back the other way. Morris, foul line jumper off the heel. Long rebound hauled in by Ty Torrance. Kick out. Another three-pointer on the way, and that one's going to come up short from Wenzel and goes out of bounds. And last touched by Climax-Fisher. Fosston basketball. Again, full court pressure on. Greyhounds break it with Kristen in the middle. Numbers the other way, and then Will Kristen didn't have a handle on it. And he ends up traveling with it. 3 turnovers here in the first couple of minutes for the Greyhounds. They lead by 3, 15-30 here in the first half. Thanks for joining us on yourliveevent.com. Morris gets to a strong hand after he rejects the screen. Hammer pass, right-handed corner. Three-pointer is short off the front by Ty Torrance. Bushy the rebound. Nice bounce pass to Gray. Can't finish on the break. He was in amongst the trees. Running down the loose ball. It goes to Dupong. At the top of the key, Gray, right wing, lines up a 3, and he got whacked. And Kelton Gray is going to go to the line for 3, and the foul against Jared Steinmetz is his first and the team's 4th. So 3 free throws coming up for Kelton Gray, who has all 5 points early for the Greyhounds. First free throw short off the front of the rim. Couple more free throws coming for Gray. 3 minutes into this one. Greyhounds coming on with a 3-6 overall record and trying to stop that 3-game skid. Falling to the Winnie-Mac Patriots earlier on January 4th. Second free throw from Gray is good. He'll get one more. And like we said, too, all of the losses during this losing streak for Fosston coming on the road, and they beat Climax-Fisher back in December on the 15th, and another win tonight, sweeping the Knights this season, and would get back onto the winning side of things in a favorable schedule coming up for the Greyhounds as well in the next couple of games. 15 minutes to go in the first half, and some pressure on the far sideline applied by Fosston, and it got tipped out of bounds, and the basketball stays with Climax-Fisher. Favorable schedule, including the Bagley Flyers in the next game. Turnover by the Knights. Here goes Bushy. The layup the other way is good off the turnover from Climax-Fisher, and it's a 9-2 game and a 7-point lead. That was the first turnover of the night from Climax-Fisher. Evans on the inside. He took on 4 Greyhound defenders, spun away from 3, ran into Bushy, and then Hudson Bushy is going to get tagged with his first foul of the night. So his first and the team's first, and to the free throw line, Ethan Evans for Climax-Fisher, trailing by 7 early, and Evans misses the first. Early lead for Fosston, 9-2. Evans a second free throw, good. So Evans goes 1 of 2 from the line to get it to a 6-point game, 9-3, and a quick shot up by Bushy in the left-handed corner, rolls around and off, and rather rolled in and out. Evans hauls in the rebound, but a foul called on the rebound as well by Trevor Vig of Fosston. That'll be his first and the team's 3rd overall of the half. Evans into the front court on the drive, kick out, right corner 3 by Tyler Evans. That's in and out. Fosston comes up with the rebound, and Bushy quickly pushes the other way. Gray, who has already 6 points, he's got 7, 8, and 9 after the 3-point connection by Kelton Gray. And a 9-point game early for the Greyhounds as they lead 12-3 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And a quick answer by Tyler Evans the other direction, getting a 3-pointer of his own, cuts the lead back in half, 12-6. And another answer for Fosston. Trevor Vig on the left side of the rim puts it in for 2 more, and it's 14-6, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Morris from the right wing. Off the heel of the rim, flies high into the air. It's bobble around, and Vig down with the rebound. Greyhounds will push on the left side of the floor. Dupong on the left side. Nice aggressive take by Ryan Dupong, and that gets Coach Hemberger excited on the near sideline. Excited for his junior on the take. Foul goes against Ryan Morris of Climax-Fisher, and to the free throw line, Ryan Dupong for a pair, leading early by 8 points, 14-6, 13 and a half to go here in the first half. The first free throw from Dupong is up and good. Substitution on for Climax-Fisher and Jarrett Steinmans. A 9-point game after the free throw for Dupong. Second one, left that one short, so it goes 1 of 2, and Fosston 3 of 5 from the line early. And after the rebound, it's last touch by Climax-Fisher, so for an opportunity for Fosston to try and get a double-digit lead here, approaching the midway point of the first half. Kelton Gray near the top. Activating the offense is Fosston. That's something Coach Hemberger told us in the pregame show about getting the offense started, something they struggled with in the first half of the year. Bushy on the drive, another nice take, and he goes off the window. Hudson Bushy, with his first 4 points, makes it an 11-point game. Morris comes back the other way, clears a little space off of Gray, runs into a couple of defenders, and gets the roll. 17-8 now after the basket from Bushy, and now the layup from Morris, and a foul on the reach in on the full court pressure applied. It's the second foul against Jarrett Steinmans of Climax-Fisher. A couple of substitutions back on for the Knights once again. Here comes Jace Model for his first time tonight. Fosston basketball. Bounce pass into Kelton Gray, back to Dupong. Hesitation, baseline drive, big in the left short corner. That's too much. Rebound brought in by Model. 12:50 to go, first half. Greyhounds lead. Morris, nice take. Uses the length. Ryan Morris keeps the Knights within striking distance. It's 17-10 in the first half. Gray in the left-handed corner, and a reach-in foul called on Tyler Evitz on the left side. Gray going around him. Evitz trying to use his length, and Coach Wenzel trying to tell his freshman guard to move his feet to stay in front, and that's where the foul came. So it'll be the team 7th on Climax-Fisher, and a 1-and-1 upcoming for Kelton Gray of Fosston. The first free throw is good. (18-10) Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. A second free throw for Kelton Gray, also good, and he goes 2 of 2 from the line, and that gives the Greyhounds a 9-point lead, and a nice first half already poured in by Kelton Gray, who's already in double figures with 11 points. Ethan Gray comes on for the first time tonight. Climax-Fisher basketball. Ryan Morris hands it off with Tyler Evitz, goes back to Morris. Skip pass to the near side corner. Reversal. Evitz lines one up, in and out. Second good look at it, but another one that goes in and out, almost halfway down and out. No look pass. Dupong left side. Layup blocked from behind, out of bounds. Bushy, the no look pass, cross court. Found Ryan Dupong on the baseline. Gets swatted out of bounds. Basketball stays with Fosston, leading by 9. Dupong on the inbounds, gets it into Gray. He was wide open, but he couldn't get it to go. Kelton Gray trying to run down the loose ball, and now it's going to be Ryan Morris to pick it up. Climax-Fisher down by 9. Morris, tough layup down the right lane line, draws a foul, and Morris will head to the free throw line for 2. The foul against Fosston going on number 23, and Ethan Gray, his first, and the team's 4th. A highlight from that last game against the Greyhounds back in December for Climax-Fisher, Ethan Evitz putting in 15 points and 9 rebounds. First free throw no good from Morris. Both teams between Climax-Fisher and Fosston, and low scoring throughout the season. Second free throw is good by Ryan Morris, makes it 19-11. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Knights starting the night 2 of 4, and the Greyhounds turn the basketball over. Ryan Morris gets downhill. Gray tries to cut him off, but they're going to say too much body on Ethan Gray, and that'll be his second foul, and already the team's 5th, so a lot of fouls early in this first half. 7 on Climax-Fisher, 5 on Fosston. Gavin Gray now into the game for the Greyhounds, and Climax-Fisher on a baseline out of bounds, and a careless pass on the baseline intercepted by Kelton Gray, and now he gets called for a carry as he brought it into the front court and pushing the offense. Nobody's out there with him, tried to slow it down. So some early fouls and turnovers from both of these two squads. Ty Torrance back on for Climax-Fisher. Knights with basketball in hand. Ethan Evans at the top of the key. Gets to his left hand, backing down Dupong on the size advantage. Morris on the kickout. Ryan Morris with 8 points and gets it back to a 5-point game, 19-14. Kristen down the lane. Can't get it to go. Out of bounds and last touched by Will Kristen and Fosston. And basketball back to Climax-Fisher, and back and forth we go in this first half. Fosston got up to a 9-point lead early, 12-3, but since then, Climax-Fisher able to chip their way back into it and just down by just 5. Here's Morris being hassled by Dupong, who steals it away, and Ryan Dupong, the easy layup. Easy deuce for Ryan Dupong, makes it 21-14. Evans wasting no time, and he leaves it out of bounds and left it short. 10:43 first half between Fosston and Climax-Fisher on yourliveevent.com. Full court pressure, and again gives the Greyhounds a little bit of trouble. Morris on the left side. Sidesteps a defender. He's got 10 points. And now 21-16. As the lead slowly shrinks down for the Greyhounds. Bushy on the kick out. Dupong head fake. 2-dribble inside and flailing around. He got his arm ripped away. And Ryan Dupong draws the foul on Climax-Fisher. That's the team's 8th and the first overall on Ty Torrance. And Ryan Dupong at the free throw line for Fosston, leading 21-16. In and out. They'll call the free throw. It was on the floor, the foul was. The free throw misses. So it was just a 1-and-1 and unable to connect, and the basketball last touched out of bounds on the far side by Climax-Fisher. Big inbounds to Kelton Gray with a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Big left side. Offense works for Fosston. Gray on the right wing. Big was open for a moment, doesn't go there. Dupong left corner, 10 minutes to play in a 21-16 lead for Fosston. Gray on the drive. Gavin Gray, head fake, and a travel call. Turnover number 7 of the first half. Another nice take by Gray that time, but gets called for the travel. Now inside, 10 minutes to play. Half number 1, 21-16. Fosston with the advantage. Climax-Fisher basketball as they have a little trouble with it on the offensive side, and the senior Ryan Moore slows it down a little bit. Spin move, gets by Bushy, and one. Ryan Morris on a nice take. Gets by Bushy, who was staying with him, but a better take by Morris. Gets it to a 3-point game, 21-18, and the free throw could cut it to just 2. The foul against Fosston goes on Hudson Bushy, who was guarding Morris on the drive. That's the second on Bushy and the team's 6th overall. Morris leaves the free throw short, runs down his own offensive rebound, jacks up a 3, and he gets the shooter's roll. Ryan Morris runs down his own miss, and we're tied at 21. Fosston now trying to figure out the full court pressure. Vig underneath. Gets 2 more, and the quick answer from Fosston makes it 23-21 first half, 9:15 to play. Ryan Morris, 5 points in the last couple of seconds. Ty Torrance left wing on the drive. Cut off, flipped out to Evans at the top of the key. Thought about the long 3. Head fake. Dupong bit a little bit into the right corner, and this is Tyler Evans from downtown. That's off the rim, and another long rebound. Bushy runs it down. Puts one up. That's a long 2 from about 18, and that comes up short, and Morris, another rebound. Climax-Fisher basketball down by just 2 points, 23-21. After they trailed early by 9 points, it was 12-3. Everett's on the baseline. Spin, head fake. Nice defense again by Ryan Dupong. Gets a paw on it, blocks it, and picks it up. Numbers the other way for Fosston. Now everybody gets back, and Bushy and Dupong get back into the play on the half court. Big underneath on the right block. Out to Kelton Gray. Tells a couple of guys to move around. Bushy on the reversal. Dupong left corner, 8:15. First half, big at the top of the key. Bushy, right wing, three, gone. Hudson Bushy with 7 first half points, and it's 26-21. Greyhounds hanging on to the lead. Left corner, right corner, three. Gabe Wenzel knocks down the trifecta. 26-24. Another Greyhound turnover. The take the other way. Morris on the kickout. Had a chance at it. Gets it to the corner. Baseline drive. Torrance. And a blocking foul called on the Greyhounds' Gavin Gray. And the foul on Gray is his first and the team's 7th. And a couple of free throws coming. At least a 1-and-1, or maybe they called it on the shot. 26-24. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, and the Greyhounds will take a timeout. Fosston led by 9 at one point in the first half. It has shrunk down to just 2 points. Climax-Fisher an opportunity to tie the game up. We'll have more after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Hillsborough Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsborough Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsborough Dairy.
Welcome back inside the Climax Shelley School out of that timeout where the Knights an opportunity at the line to tie it up. That shot from Hudson Bushy previously for the Greyhounds was a 2-pointer, so it's just a 1-point game, 25-24. Greyhounds in front with 7:42 to play in the first half. I thought that was a foul, but thought there were going to be free throws. No free throws. Instead, Tyler Everts will inbound on the baseline. Lobs it out to Torrance at the top of the key. Solheim to Morris at the top of the key as they work the offense. Shot clock to 10. Morris on the drive. Pulls it back. Swirls it in. Ryan Morris, 2 more and 17 first half points. And the Knights take their first lead of the evening. It's 26-25. Trevor Vig, long bounce pass. Will Christian waiting underneath for Fosston. First points for Christian, and it's 27-26. They take it right back, and another lead change. Morris on the right side. Can he do it again? Shaping up on the inside. Nice cut. Torrance try to kick it out. Solheim on the drive, and then he got called for a travel on the whistle from the near sideline. Ethan Evans checks back in for Climax-Fisher. Fosston basketball ahead by just a single point. 6:58 to play in the first half. Christian on the inbounds. Gets it into Ryan Dupong, but not without a little trouble from Branson Solheim. Dupong gets it across the timeline. Kelton Gray right corner. Back to Dupong, and they'll work the offense as they get a play call from head coach Ben Hamburger, trying to direct traffic on the near side of the floor by himself. Bushy, the lob. Dupong comes down with it alertly. Comes down with it now. It's to get it out. Blocked from behind. Morris takes it away. Here comes Climax-Fisher. Ethan Evans, the trifecta. That's off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound brought in by Solheim. Leaves it back off for Evans underneath. And a jump ball. And the arrow is going to belong to the Greyhounds. Or no, it stays with Climax-Fisher. So Ethan Everts will inbound on the right side of the lane. Out to Morris quickly. A three! Morris! What a half by Ryan Morris. Climax-Fisher takes the lead back by 2 points, 29-27. 20 first half points by the senior guard Ryan Morris leading the charge. 6 minutes to play. It's Fosston basketball. They've held the lead for most of the first half, but another foul called against Climax-Fisher's number 12, Branson Solheim. And that's his third foul of the half, and Coach Wenzel heads to his bench, and Solheim likely sitting the remainder of the first half. Gabe Wenzel and Tyler Everts come back onto the game. Climax-Fisher by 2 after they trailed early in a slow start by the Knights, 12-3 right away. Hudson Bushy at the free throw line after the foul, and he gets the first free throw. To a 1-point game, 29-28. 7 points for Bushy. Second free throw on the way. Good, and we're tied back up here in the first half and another lead change. 8 points for Hudson Bushy. Everts on the kick out. He wants one. Doesn't get it. Rebound hauled in on the near side by Ryan Dupong. The junior who will walk it and now jog it back across the midcourt stripe with a little bit of pace. Gray on the right side, looked at Vig. Didn't like it. Dupong, baseline. Oh, baby, what a play. Oh, what a take by Ryan Dupong. The reversal the opposite way, 31-29. Morris the step back. That's no good as it goes off the rim. Bushy back the other way from left to right. Kelton Gray on the left wing. And another turnover by Fosston. The 9th of the half. Climax-Fisher right side. Morris the floater. Too much. Everts the follow. That's not there. And Vig the rebound. 31-29. Greyhounds by 2. 5 minutes to play first half. Screen and roll on the right side. Will Christian at the top of the key. Runs into a ball screen with Hudson Bushy. Left hand. Baseline. Opposite corner, three-pointer on the way. It nicks off the front of the rim. Ethan Everts, another rebound, his third of the half. Bounce pass. Wenzel, whistle. Travel called. Wenzel finishes on the near side, but ends up getting called for the travel. 4:36 first half. And a tight game and a much more high-scoring game than the first time these two teams played back on December 15th. Bushy to the middle, and that's tipped away, and that's now officially turnover number 10, and Bushy commits the foul. No, tips it out of bounds. Don't really have the angle from our vantage point here at the broadcast table. Got to look through a few heads. But it is Climax-Fisher basketball. Everts at the top of the key. Ryan Morris has a shadow, and Kelton Gray, who is following him around, and the Knights turn it over. So how will Climax-Fisher react to that? It's the Greyhounds by 2 right now, 31-29. Substitution back on for Climax-Fisher and Jared Steinmans. Jace Model into the game as well for the Knights. Bushy to Will Christian down the sideline after he inbounded it. Christian, no good. Comes back into play, and that'll not count as Will Christian didn't reestablish himself after he got back on. So keep an eye on Ryan Morris and Kelton Gray on the far side of the floor. Kelton Gray just shadowing Morris now in the near side corner, face guarding him. Now Dupong tries to force a turnover. Nearly does. Ball hits the deck. Knights pick it up. They hand it off to Morris. Tiptoes up top. Right corner, skip pass across. Everts baseline, runs into Vig, and an offensive foul called on Ethan Everts. That'll be his first. The team's 10th. Coach Wenzel doesn't like it. Player control foul, so no free throws. But it is Fosston basketball leading by 2. And now a quick stoppage to wipe up the lane after the bodies hit the floor. 3 minutes, 41 seconds left to play in this first half. Both of these two teams vying for a win to sort of get off of their 3-game slides. Climax-Fisher's lost 3 in a row to some really good teams, Stephen Argyle and Sacred Heart in a holiday tournament. And then at Ada Borup West just last night. So the second of a back-to-back this evening. Another game upcoming for both teams later this week. So 3-game week for both squads. Greyhounds nearly turn it over on the reversal. Tipped out of bounds. 3:32 left to play in this first half. Greyhound basketball on their own offensive side. To Gray. Dupong off the pass and cut and gets tipped down to left corner. Gray takes the 3. That's in and out. Ethan Evans with rebound number 4. Climax-Fisher down by just 2 points, 31-29. Morris has had a big first half. He's got 20. Skips it across to Evans. Takes no time, no hesitation, but he missed everything over the top. Bushy down with rebound number 7. Lobs it down the floor. Will Christian, the big fella, runs the floor. 4 points for Christian. 33-29, and a timeout called on the floor. The Greyhounds take a late lead in this first half with 3:02 remaining, 33-29. We're back in 30 seconds on YourLiveEvent.com.
Lakes Community Co-op takes pride in providing complete customer satisfaction as they serve their local communities with the necessary products and services for farms, businesses, and individuals. Energy solutions, feed, milk, C-stores, meat market, motel, car wash, HVAC, natural gas. Visit your neighborhood Lakes Community Co-op location for them to meet your needs or learn more at lakescommunitycoop.com.
A crucial final 3 minutes of this first half. Can somebody make a late run and pull away at the break, or will it stay tight going into the locker room? Morris gets it back to a 1-point game on the turnaround inside the paint, rather a 2-point game. 22 first half points for Ryan Morris. Fosston back to their own offensive side of the floor. Kelton Gray on the drive and amongst the trees. Reversal over to Bushy. Whistle from the near sideline and a 3-second violation called against Fosston. And now a chance for Climax-Fisher to try and tie it up. Ethan Evans across the logo into the left-handed corner. No hesitation on the 3, and a foul on the rebound is going to go against Ryan Morris. The 3-pointer was off the mark by Branson Solheim. The foul against Morris is going to be his second, so we march to the opposite end of the floor for double bonus free throws, and the foul was committed on Kelton Gray, who has now been given the task of face guarding Ryan Morris for at least probably the remainder of this first half, and we'll keep an eye on that headed into the second. Kelton Gray's had a nice night, too. He's got 11 first half points. Converts on the first. Now a 3-point lead for Fosston. Second free throw by the junior, Gray. He goes 2 of 2, so a nice appearance from the charity stripe here late. 35-31 after the 2 made free throws by Kelton Gray. Fosston 9 of 12 in the first half from the free throw line. Gabe Wenzel with his second 3-pointer of the night. Back to 35-34. Full court pressure has been giving the Greyhounds a little bit of trouble in the first half. They break it this time. Bushy directs everybody. Left hand calling for something. There is no movement. Now Will Christian gets called for an offensive foul. Pushing over Jarrett Steinmetz, and the foul on Christian will be his first. And now the team's 7th for the Greyhounds. And another offensive foul and player control foul, so no free throws for Climax-Fisher. Substitutions on. Ty Torrance steps back onto the hardwood. Tyler Evans also into the game. And Ryan Morris with 22 first half points. We'll bring it back up across the floor. And the Storer stoppage to get the shot clock started again. $1:52 remaining first half. Greyhounds by one, 35-34. Ryan Morris on the far side, working on Trevor Vig, who's on him. To Everts, back to Morris from the top. He's open. Clangs off the front. Bushy, the rebound is eighth. Baseball pass, zipping it down the near sideline. Nice outlet pass. Dupong up top. He gets blocked, but a foul called as Dupong gets slapped, and Ryan Dupong will head to the line for two. The foul on Ethan Everts will be his second. And two free throws coming for the junior Ryan Dupong, who has 5 first half points, puts up the first free throw, and he falls short. Just the fourth missed free throw of the half from Fosston. Into the game for the Greyhounds now, too, is Gavin Gray. Gives Hudson Bushy a breather, and Ryan Dupong, second free throw is good, and the lead goes back to 2 points for the Greyhounds, 36-34. Climax-Fisher basketball inside the paint. Nice hands by Kelton Gray. Forces a turnover. Turnover number 7. And now Ty Torrance reaches in after he lost the basketball. And that sends Gray back to the free throw line once again. So some more potential free points for Fosston off the foul by Torrance. Kelton Gray, the first one, is good. So these free throws proving crucial here in the latter part of this first half. 37-34, 1:23 remaining. Second free throw also good. And 15 points for Kelton Gray in the half. 4-point lead for Fosston. Ethan Everts at the top to Morris, touches it to the corner. And unable to get it to go was Torrance. Vig, another rebound. Kelton Gray jogs it back across the 10-second line. Picks up his dribble. Gets it to Gavin Gray, right wing. Reversal on the left side, inside, 60 seconds to play. Will Christian, Trevor Vig, right corner. Christian left side, off the reversal, downhill, and one! Will Christian on the take. Finishes for 2 and heads to the line for one more. And this is the late run we talked about. Makes it 40-34. And Christian at the line for one more to try and complete the 3-point play. The foul against Ethan Everts is his third. Free throw on the way, and he rattles it home. 41-34 after the 3-point play by Will Christian. 40 seconds to play. Climax-Fisher needing a basket. Down by 7. Morris at the top. 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Baseline drive, and now Morris fouled on the drive, and he'll go to the line for some free throws. Foul on Ryan Dupong will be his first and the team's 9th, and Morris will get a 1-and-1. Morris the free throw, and he gets it in. 23 points in the first half for Ryan Morris. And a big difference at the free throw line as well between these two teams. We'll get to those numbers inside the halftime report in a moment, too. 41-36. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Fosston basketball. Shot clock is turned off. Game clock at 20. Likely hold for the final shot of the half. Kelton Gray to the top. Will Christian left corner. Clock now to 10. Kelton Gray, baseline drive, head fake, good patience, couldn't finish, tipped out of bounds, and last touched by Tyler Everts, and another chance for the Greyhounds. Kelton Gray will inbound on the left side of the lane. Fox settles the formation. Vig, left corner, loses it. 4-3. Dupong to Gray. Has to get up. It'll be Kelton Gray at the horn. He gets blocked. It's tipped out. And the first half has come to a close. Your score on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, the Fosston Greyhounds lead the Climax-Fisher Knights 41-36. Your halftime report coming your way next with some first half numbers, and we'll get you ready for the second half. The halftime, it's 41-36. Greyhounds on top of Climax-Fisher.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Join us at the Avalon Event Center in Fargo, North Dakota, January 17th for Winter Conference 2024. You'll hear from precision planting engineers and staff on new technologies, inputs, and practices. This year will also include a question and answer session with local growers sharing their experiences. Winter Conference 2024, January 17th at the Avalon Center in Fargo, North Dakota. To register, visit planterdoc.com.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abasi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
College goes far beyond the buildings, classrooms, and the tests. It's about making new friends, trying something different, and discovering your purpose. It's about getting involved, supporting your community, and joining the conversation. It's about learning, growing, and finding your passion. This is not your average classroom. This is the University of Minnesota Crookston.
Log on to isd592.org to stay up to date on all the weekly activities at the Climax Shelley School. The website for the Climax Shelley School District provides you with up-to-date bulletins, lunch menus, sports schedules, bus route information, practice schedules, iPad apps, and upcoming events. Order some night apparel and support your teams. Go Knights and Thunder. This ad is paid for by the Climax Community Club. The Climax Community Club, always looking for new members to join the club, and they stand proudly as a cornerstone supporter of the Climax Shelley School District.
At the half here on yourliveevent.com, where the Fosston Greyhounds lead the Climax-Fisher Knights 41-36 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And first half recap for you, it was the Greyhounds getting out to an early 12-3 lead, something Coach Hemberger talked about in the pregame show, where Fosston couldn't, or at least didn't want to get down early and get behind the 8-ball. Remember that game against Winnimac last Thursday on the 4th? They went down early 20-2, and it's just so hard and so difficult to come back from a deficit like that, especially early. But the Greyhounds get out to the early lead tonight, leading 12-3. Credit Climax-Fisher, though, making a run of their own around the midway point of that first half, a 12-4 run to take their first lead of the night at 26-25. It would go back and forth from there. The Greyhounds would end up leading 31-29 and then hold on to the lead for the rest of the first half and go into the locker room with a 5-point lead, 41-36. That is the score here at the half from the Climax-Shelley School. I'm Dawson Peterson alongside Adrian Thompson, our man behind the camera, doing a nice job tonight between the JV and now the varsity games this evening. We've got an exciting second half in store for you between the Fosston Greyhounds and the Climax-Fisher Knights. First half numbers coming your way next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Here's a new service from Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9, North Ada. Ziegler Ag Equipment is now providing farm delivery of genuine AGCO lubricants. Talk with Joey, 218-784-2961. Farm delivery of genuine AGCO lubricants. You can mix and match lubricants. Requires a minimum 100 gallons per lubricant. Minimum total order 200 gallons or more. Farm delivery of genuine AGCO lubricants now offered from Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9, North Ada.
41-36 at the half. The Greyhounds on top of the Climax-Fisher Knights. When these two teams played in December, Fosston won 47-39, and we're going to well eclipse that mark here tonight. Almost did so in the first half. Let's get to some first half numbers, starting with the Greyhounds' points and rebounds. Big first half for Kelton Gray, who leads the Greyhounds in scoring with 15 points. Ryan Dupong, 6 points, 2 rebounds. Hudson Bushy has 8 points and 8 rebounds. Trevor Vig with 4 points and 3 rebounds. And Will Christian with 6 points and a rebound. On the other side of things for the Climax-Fisher Knights and their totals from the first half, Ryan Morris leads the Knights in scoring and leads all scorers with 24 points and 4 rebounds. 6 points by Gabe Wenzel, 3 points for Tyler Evans, and a basket for Jared Steinmetz, and 1 point for Ethan Evans to go along with 4 rebounds in the half as well. Turnover numbers, Knights with 7, Greyhounds with 11. From the free throw line, some big numbers for Fosston in the first half. 12 of 16 for 75% for Climax-Fisher. They were 4 of 7. For 57%. So those were your first half stats. Climax-Fisher Knights trailing the Fosston Greyhounds. It's 41-36. The second half coming your way next after this short timeout and a word from our sponsors on YourLiveEvent.com.
Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Christian Motors is proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. They've got a huge selection of new and used vehicles there on the lot. You can stop by and check the selection or go online to christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. Your new vehicle is waiting for you at Christian Motors in Fertile. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. christianmotors.com, christiancarsonline.com. Stop and see the selection today. Christian Motors of Fertile.
Getting you ready for half number 2 on yourliveevent.com. I'm Dawson Peterson. Thanks for joining us tonight and taking us along with you on your Tuesday night. Greyhounds lead at the break 41-36. One of these two teams will get off their losing streak, both on 3-game losing streaks. Greyhounds falling to Winnimac in their most recent game, and the Climax-Fisher Knights just one night to go at Ada Borup West. Half number 2 will get started with Fosston receiving the opening possession and a 41-36 ball game. And like we said in December when they played, it was 47-39. That was the final score overall. And taking a look at numbers as we get this second half started, both Fosston and Climax-Fisher, a couple of the lower scoring teams in the section. Fosston averaging a tick over 51 points per game, and Climax-Fisher just 50 points per game. First possession will be a turnover on the Greyhounds. Climax-Fisher basketball. Morris had a big first half at 24 points. Evetts a quiet first half after he poured in 19 against the Greyhounds, or rather 15 against the Greyhounds back in December. Pull-up jumper from the right elbow. Clangs off the front. Vig the rebound. Greyhounds won the JV game in almost an identical score of halftime of the varsity, 41-35. Greyhounds work it into half court. Dupont, little hesitation. Reversal to Bushy, right side. Gets downhill, left hand. High floater. In and out. Morris the save, and he does. And the rebound to Ryan Morris. Knights head back the other way. Evetts to the baseline. Bounces off the body of Christian. Off the window. Some tough work underneath. The dirty work. And Evetts draws a foul, and he gets his own rebound off the miss. And he draws a foul on Fosston. Number 33, Will Christian, and his second. And the team's first in the first free throws of the second half for Evetts. Puts up the first, and it swirls around and off. Climax-Fisher 4 of 7 from the free throw line in half number 1. A second free throw for Ethan Evetts is good. And makes it 37-41. Bushy. Baseline. Kelton Gray now on the near side. Inside the painted area. Out to Dupont. Downhill. Christian in the left-handed corner. Power dribble. Nice left-handed finish by Will Christian. He's got 8 points and a 6-point lead for Fosston. Just underway here in the second half, a minute and a half in. A near Climax-Fisher turnover saved on the far side by Torrance. Morris has Dupont on him. Kicks it down to the right-handed corner to Steinmans. Skip across to Evetts. Couple of head fakes on a three-point attempt. Gets by Christian, and he draws the foul. And Will Christian will get hit with the foul. No, it'll actually go on Trevor Vig, reaching in on Evetts. And it'll be the second foul on Vig. In a 6-point game, 2 more free throws for Tyler Evetts. Gets the first one to fall, 43-38. Second free throw falls off the right side. And it's cleared by Dupont. Back to a 5-point lead for Fosston. Gray picks up his dribble, and a reach and foul on Steinmans, or bodied up Kelton Gray off the reversal. So that'll be the third now on Steinmans, and Gabe Wenzel checks back in. Climax-Fisher not very deep. Just 9 players on the active varsity roster. And then for Coach Ben Hemberger and Fosston, they just go 7 deep with the 2 players off the bench, or at least so far in this game. Nice backdoor. Gray, hop step, blocked from behind, swatted off the window by Morris, saved by Gray, out to Dupont, 2 dribbles, out, Christian, jumper in the corner, too strong. A nice effort by the Greyhounds for the extra possession, but they come up empty here in the second half. Morris, a right-handed finish. And 26 points for Ryan Morris, back to a 3-point affair. 43-30. Dupong downhill. Out to Christian. Not his spot from deep as Dawson Bailey is into the game for the first time. Dupong right wing. Head fake, Gray to the top, backdoor. Bushy stops and puts up a floater over Ethan Evans. And Hudson Bushy now at 10 points in a 45-40 ball game. Evans on the drive. He's had a big start to this second half. Ethan Evans, an immediate answer, makes it 45-42. Dupong near the top. Gets by his defender Torrance, who gambled. Foul line jumper is good by Ryan Dupong in his first points of the second half. As we trade blows with 14:35 to play. Ethan Evans on the right wing, and he gets called for the foul. And that's going to be a big one, as that'll be the fourth one on Ethan Evans. And Coach Wenzel's going to keep Evans into the game. 14.5 to play in this second half. 47-42. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Christian down to the right block. Nice patience. Turning over his left shoulder. And will Christian now in double figures with 10 points. 49-42. Lead goes back to 7 for Fosston. Evans left wing. Puts up a 3. Left it short. Tired leg. Saved. Dupong picks up the loose ball off of the save. Bushy near the top to Bailey. Fakes the pass inside. Kelton Gray at the top of the key. Bushy on the left side, directly in front of his own bench. On the drive and in a tight area, and a foul called against Climax-Fisher. And the third on the Knights, and now the fourth foul on Branson Solheim. Looking at the Knights on the offensive end on that last possession, and a long three-pointer put up by Everts that comes up short. Tyler Everts into the game, and a nice baseline out of bounds. Sees Will Christian come up with 2 more. Now back to a 9-point game, 51-42. See if Climax-Fisher now will rely on the three-pointer. Morris will put it up. He's a good shooter, and he knocks it down. And 29 points for Ryan Morris makes it 51-45. On the drive, Bushy gets fouled. And now Hudson Bushy goes back to the line for 2 more, and another foul against Climax-Fisher, and the second on Tyler Evans. Hudson Bushy in double figures, one of 3 players in double figures in the scoring column for Fosston tonight. Leaves the first one short. A lot of free throws in that first half by Fosston. They went 12 of 16 from the stripe. 75%, just the 7 free throws for Climax-Fisher. Bushy leaves this one short, but gets the shooter's roll as it crawls in. 52-45, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Basketball on the right wing with Ty Torrance, picks it up, kicks it out. Wenzel for 3, short off the front. Gray hauls in a rebound. Kelton Gray with his first rebound. Pushes it down the far right side. Pick and pop with Will Christian. Off to the opposite corner. Dawson Bailey, the jumper from 16. Short off the front, rolls over the top. Rebound saved from the baseline. Dupong down low, a head fake, and he draws a foul, and Ryan Dupong will head to the line for a pair. The foul on Ryan Morris, now his third. And the team's 5th. Exactly 13 minutes remaining to go in the second half. Dupong, the free throw is up and good. 9 points for Ryan Dupong, makes it 53-45. Substitution off. A second free throw for Dupong. On the way, he misses it off the right, and Tyler Evans clears it. Climax-Fisher not in a rush at this point. Morris right wing puts up another 3. Short off the front. Rebound, the follow through. Nice hustle by Ty Torrance on the offensive glass. He ends up getting fouled by Hudson Bushy, and Torrance was trying to put it back as he was in the air. So 2 free throws coming for Torrance. trying to cut it back to a 6-point game. Puts it up and bangs off the heel. And stays at an 8-point game, 53-45, 12:48 remaining in the second half. Second free throw by Torrance, now good. And makes it 53-46. Three-pointer in the left corner. That's good. And Hudson Bushy knocks down another. He's got 14. And the lead now back to a 10-point game. Greyhounds on top. They've led most of the night. Pass inside, turning, putting it up. That's short in between the rim and the backboard. Running down the loose ball is Dawson Bailey. Leaves it off to Kelton Gray now on the left wing as they work it into their own offensive side. Hudson Bushy at the volleyball line goes to Ryan Dupong on the right side of the floor. Down low to Gray. Hit from behind. Doesn't get a whistle. Loose now to the baseline. Out of bounds and last touched by Gray. And the basketball back to Climax-Fisher, now down by 10. And one of the first times we've gotten to a double-digit deficit, might even be the first time of the night. Climax-Fisher trailed 12-3 early on. There's Morris at the top of the key. Left corner, Evans, that's good. Tyler Evans from deep makes it 56-49, and a big three-point basket by Climax-Fisher. Meanwhile, Dupong doesn't get this one to go. Evans will run down the loose ball on the rebound, and now a chance for Climax-Fisher to make a run of their own. Approaching the midway point of this second half, 11.5 to go. Morris sliding around, and an offensive foul now called against Tyler Evans, and that's his third. On a moving screen, that's the team's sixth, and a lot of fouls in this game. Two players with 4 fouls for Climax-Fisher and Ethan Evans and Branson Solheim. 3 players have 3, Morris and Tyler Evans and Jarrett Steinmetz. Boston basketball. Gray left wing, big back in. Bushy right wing, 3 is good. Hudson Bushy from deep connecting, makes it 59-49. Climax-Fisher to the baseline on the pass, out of bounds and last touched by Kelton Gray of Fosston. Pass was looking for Jace Model. Jace Model, Ty Torrance, Ethan Evans, Ryan Morris, and Tyler Evans in the game. Goes bound to Evans, and it's lost out of bounds. Just the second turnover of this second half against Climax-Fisher. It's 59-49, and in the turnover column, too, pretty solid by the Knights. Just 9 turnovers for the night unofficially. Here's Bailey at the top of the key. Left wing, Gray. It's inside. Now he's got a lane, hop step, and he waited for somebody to contest. Nobody did. He took the wide open layup. 17 points for Kelton Gray. 61-49 and the largest lead of the night for the Greyhounds. And a timeout called by Climax-Fisher. We're back in 30 seconds.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead. 218-456-2172.
Keep going. More.
61-49, the score here with the Greyhounds on top of the Climax-Fisher Knights. And word from Fosston and girls basketball from the Fosston gym, where the Greyhounds extend their win streak to 11 games, 11-0 to start the season. Fosston Greyhounds girls team defeating Clearbrook Gonvick 58-25. That was the score tonight in girls basketball. Here's Ryan Dupont committing a foul against Ryan Morris. And the second foul of the game on Ryan Dupont, and the 4th overall as a team. 10:25 to play in the second half. Left corner Morris, he lost it for a minute. Everett fakes to the right, gets inside, and he finishes with the left hand. Nice finish by Ethan Evans. Gets it back to a 10-point game, 61-51. And now a Greyhound turnover, their 13th of the night. The finish the other way, and one. Torrance goes the distance, converts, draws the contact, and he heads to the line for another. The foul on Ryan Dupont, now his third and the team's fifth. Will Christian comes on for Trevor Vig. Just like that, it is now 61-54. Torrance converts the three-point play. The Knights making a run. Bushy at the top or inside. 10 minutes to go in this second half. Will Christian, right wing. A lot of dribbling. Gets it to Gray to the top of the key. Hudson Bushy on the left side. Dawson Bailey to the left short corner. Tight bounce pass to Christian. Nice reverse layup. Great footwork by Will Christian to finish for two. He's got 14 points, and it's 63-54. Knights turnover. Fosston the other way. Bailey fakes to the inside. Bushy to the top between his legs on the dribble. Kelton Gray left corner. Thought about the three. Everett's on the close. 9:10 to play. Bushy from the pass from the left wing. 19 points for Hudson Bushy, 65-54, 9 minutes to play. Tyler Everett's far side. Morris falling away deep in the left-handed corner. That's off the mark. Bushy the rebound. Nice bounce pass across the lane. Nice finish. Christian. Will Christian with 16 and a highlight play for the Greyhounds. 67-54. Another TO called by Climax-Fisher. We're back with more after this.
You're looking for a reliable partner when it comes to top quality products and exceptional service? Look no further. The answer you're looking for is the Fosston Tri-Co-op. With convenient locations in Fosston, McIntosh, Clearbrook, and Gully, we're your local partner dedicated to helping you thrive. From premium seeds and fertilizers to cutting-edge farming technology, the Fosston Tri-Co-op has what you need for success. Visit one of our locations today and let's grow together. The Fosston Tri-Co-op, partnering with farmers, growing with the community.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and two new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Coming out of that timeout, it's Climax-Fisher basketball, 67-54. They trail. This one tipped into the backcourt. Knights in desperate need of a good offensive possession here. Everett's a head fake, steps through, too hard off the window. Another rebound for Hudson Bushy, who now has a double-double with 19 and 10. And Kelton Gray goes high off the glass. And it's been Kelton Gray's night. 69-54. Three-pointer from the left corner misses everything. Rebound back over the top. Greyhounds push it. Dawson Bailey on the break. Bounce pass to Dupont. Christian to the top of the key on the save. Hands it off to Bushy. Kelton Gray left hand. Again, nice take. They fly by. Doesn't finish. It gets tipped out. Christian another rebound. 69-54. Will Christian blocked up top by Everett. Sticks with it and puts it back in for two more. 18 points for Will Christian. And it's 71-54 as things are starting to get away from Climax-Fisher, but they still have 7:35 to try and chip into this lead. Gabe Wenzel checks back in. Jace Model comes off. Ethan Everett's on the baseline out of bounds. And a stoppage to wipe up the floor. 71-54. An 18-5 run by the Greyhounds has got them to this large lead with 7:35 to play in this second half. And trying to get off the 3-game losing streak and back into the win column. A win tonight for Fosston would get them back to 4-6. A win for the Knights would be their second of the season. Everett's from the right wing. That's no good. Kelton Gray, another rebound. Kelton Gray's had a big night. 19 points and 3 rebounds for the junior. Dawson Bailey in the left-handed corner on the drive. Left hand. Nobody touched him. Ryan Morris had to stay off him in danger of picking up his 4th foul. Bailey misses the layup. Ethan Everts lines one up from deep, and he gets it to go. And Ethan Everts now with 10 points. 71-57, and Climax-Fisher not going away. Dawson Bailey, right corner. Backdoor from the top of the key doesn't go that way. Hudson Bushy on the near side. In front of his own bench. Now works it back toward the middle. Bailey right wing. Stolen away. Knights the other direction. Swatted up top. Blocked by Dupong. The follow isn't there. Nice hustle by Ryan Dupong, who blocks Gabe Wenzel. Greyhound basketball leading 71-57. 6.5 to go. Right wing Bushy. Fakes it to the top. Goes to Christian in the right-handed corner. Baseline drive and a foul on the drive. Will Christian will head to the line. Now for a 1-and-1. The 7th team foul of the half and the 2nd foul overall on Gabe Wenzel. 2 free throws for Will Christian and one of 3 players in double figures tonight. 19 points for Christian, and it's 72-57 after the free throw. Ty Torrance checks back in. Branson Solheim on. The 2nd free throw from Christian. That's no good. Offensive rebound by Dawson Bailey. Kick out Kelton Gray from downtown. Kelton Gray knocks down the 3. And it's 74-57. And a blocking foul against the Greyhounds back into the front court on Kelton Gray. Will be his first and the team's 6th. Inbounds on the near side to Morris. Inside 6 to play. Spinning to the inside. Slides his way by a couple of defenders. Layup is tipped out to Bailey. This is his 2nd rebound of the night. And a foul called on the rebound is going to go against number 14 and Torrance, now his 3rd. And the team's 8th now. And another 1-and-1 coming, and it's Dawson Bailey this time to head to the strike. Bailey gets the first, and he'll earn a 2nd. Now 75-57. First points of the night for the junior Bailey, and he knocks down the pair. (77-57) rather the score as it changes. Put back by Everts, not there. Bushy another rebound. Hudson Bushy a double-double on the night. Bushy races the other way, leaves one up, doesn't finish. Morris a rebound, long outlet to Everts running the floor, and Ethan Everts now at 12 points. Makes it 77-59. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Will Christian gets by on the gamble. Left-handed layup not there. Offensive rebound for Kelton Gray. A head fake underneath. Put back no. Christian no. Out of bounds, and a foul called on Dawson Bailey flying through for the offensive rebound. The foul on Bailey will be his 1st. And the team's 6th of the half. 5:18 to go, second half. 77-59. Largest lead of the night coming in this second half for Fosston. Bounce pass to the inside. Spinning off him was number 14 in Ty Torrance. Nice move, but again comes up empty. Ryan Dupong with rebound number 4. Kelton Gray, right wing. Dupong on the left side. Bailey pops out. Hand off to Bushy. Shot clock to 10. Right elbow pull. Misses, and Model the rebound as he clears it, his first of the night. 4.5 to play. Morris to the baseline. Opposite corner to the pass, and it was Kelton Gray getting a hand on it, but stepping on the baseline, can't keep it in. 4:26 to go, 77-59. Inbounds goes to Ryan Morris, who was well covered, but they throw it to him anyway. Tyler Evans spinning his way. Tough one-legged turnaround, and Bushy another rebound. And just a tough shot. Greyhounds now coming up with some defensive stops. Here's Bushy. Right wing, Gray, a 3 is good. Kelton Gray, 25 points for the junior. It's 80-59. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, and Coach Wenzel will take the timeout. Or rather, there was a warning on the near side. And they gave Coach Wenzel a warning, trying to argue the non-carry call. And Wenzel really giving the official a mouthful on the near side. Now he comes back to the other way. 4:08 remaining as we resume play. 80-59, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. It'll be Climax-Fisher basketball and trying to make a late run. Now with exactly 4 minutes to play. Tyler Evans, pass goes to the inside. Torrance on the kick out. Floater from about 10 feet. Ty Torrance with 6 points, and now 80-61. Fosston basketball. Dupong to Gray, who's had a huge night, and Kelton Gray gets called for a travel after he caught it. Jump stopped on the inside. Coach Hemberger, like to think, would be pretty happy with his team's play tonight. I think maybe turnover numbers a little high in the first half, had 11. But they've been pretty clean in the second half, and Climax-Fisher has this basketball tipped out. But 3 different players for Fosston. Kelton Gray has 25 points. Hudson Bushy and Will Christian both with 19. And Ryan Dupong with 9 points as well, almost in double figures. So a big offensive night for the Greyhounds. Bounce pass down to the right block. Torrance on the turnaround. Misses. Gets his own putback and puts it in. And now 8 points for Ty Torrance. And makes it 80-63 with 3:15 to play. Here's Dupong. Layup is in. And now Ryan Dupong becomes the 4th Greyhound player to reach double figures. And it's 82-63. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, 3 minutes to play. Everett's on the crossover. Bounce pass underneath and blocked from behind was Solheim. Blocked by Bushy. Dupong leads the charge as he slows it down. 2:45 to go. Dawson Bailey fakes the bounce pass. Kelton Gray at the top. Will Christian left wing. Left-handed dribble. Inside. Slapped away and forcing the turnover was Ty Torrance. And Climax-Fisher heads back from left to right. Abbott's head fake. Shot up from 17. Comes up short. Bushy the rebound. Kelton Gray on the outlet. And the layup is in. Kelton Gray now with 27 points. 84-63 and 84-65 off of the finish by Ethan Evans, who now has 14 points. 2 minutes to play, and Kelton Gray had a huge night. We'll get to our post-game show after this. Will Christian, another finish on the inside, assisted by Dupong up top. 86-65, left corner. Solheim to Torrance, and he goes straight off the glass. And Ty Torrance, 10 points now, all in this second half. 86-67 after the basket by Torrance. Bushy off to Kelton Gray. 90 seconds remaining, and the Greyhounds will waste out the last couple of possessions, and we're going to get an offensive foul called against Fosston's Ryan Dupong. And it'll be the fourth on Dupong, and it really will make no difference at this stage with 1:22 remaining in an 86-67 game. And now Dupong is going to get another foul called as Jarrett Steinmetz is sort of he's playing the officials really, and Dupong's going to get hit with a foul. That'll be his fifth. Coach Ben Hemberger doesn't like it as Steinmetz draws two fouls. And a full timeout called by Coach Ben Hemberger. It's 86-67. We'll take a break and a word from our sponsors. We're back after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Climax-Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax-Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax-Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Another timeout. Free throw on the way and in and out by Steinmetz. Christian clears it with a rebound. Fosston basketball outside of 60 seconds to play. Climax-Fisher flying all over the floor, trying to force a couple of final turnovers. Now 60 seconds left. Trevor Big, right wing. And in the right corner, a whistle and a foul is going to be called against the Knights. And it will go on Tyler Evans. That'll be his fourth. And the team's ninth. Ryan Morris back into the game, and Jarrett Steinmetz comes off. Trevor Vig at the line for a 1-and-1. Puts it up and in, and 5 points for Trevor Vig. Makes it 85-67. Another 87-67, now 88-67 as Vig knocks down both free throws for 6 points. Morris right wing puts up a three, and that's off the mark. And a foul is going to go against Kelton Gray. Or rather, no, it is going to go against Climax-Fisher Solheim. And the foul on Solheim will be his fifth and final foul. So the night comes to an end for Solheim with just the single rebound. Kelton Gray, who has 27 points on the night at the line for two, now 28 points, and a big night for the junior. Wenzel back on in the final seconds. Gray, another free throw, and he misses that one off the mark. Bailey on the hustle. It goes out of bounds. He stepped on the baseline going for the rebound, and the Climax-Fisher basketball. Greyhounds will improve to 4-6 on the year. Climax-Fisher is going to fall to 1-10. Here's the final 45. Morris from straight away off the right side. Torrance, the offensive rebound, the save out to the left corner, and it's tipped out of bounds by the Greyhounds, and Climax-Fisher will keep it. After tonight, Climax-Fisher will play on Friday at the Crookston Pirates. Their first of two straight on the road. Three-pointer from the right wing by Evitz. Now with 9 points. Gray right side. Bushy left wing, 25 seconds remaining. We said in the pregame show that Fosston, as they work the basketball around, 4-6 with the win tonight. Now leading 89-70. Scoreboard changes again. And another turnover, though, now on the Greyhounds. 8 seconds remaining. Morris, nifty reverse layup, misses. Bushy the rebound. We said the Greyhounds have a favorable schedule coming up. They'll play the Bagley Flyers and the Black Duck Drakes, two teams they have beat once this year already. And they defeat the Climax-Fisher Knights tonight. Final score on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, the Fosston Greyhounds defeating the Climax-Fisher Knights 89-70. Your post-game report coming up next on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
The Fisher Booster Club is a proud supporter of all Climax-Fisher Knights and Polk County West Thunder athletic events and activities. From volleyball, golf, basketball, and football to robotics, knowledge bowl, one-act plays, and speech, we are proud to support the students in their pursuit of excellence, not just in the classroom, but in all they do. To learn more about becoming a member or upcoming events, visit the school website or talk to one of our members. The Fisher Booster Club, supporting our local students.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
At Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, they remain committed to their original mission of providing living environments for seniors that maximize health, independence, and quality of life. Residents can enjoy hobbies, socializing, programs, and more at Halstead Living Center and Heritage House communities. For more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com. Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Hillsborough Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsborough Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsborough Dairy. Lakes Community Co-op takes pride in providing complete customer satisfaction as they serve their local communities with the necessary products and services for farms, businesses, and individuals. Energy solutions, feed, milk, C-stores, meat market, motel, car wash, HVAC, natural gas. Visit your neighborhood Lakes Community Co-op location for them to meet your needs or learn more at lakescommunitycoop.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Inside the post-game report tonight on yourliveevent.com. Final score 89-70 sees the Fosston Greyhounds coming out victorious over the Climax-Fisher Knights tonight. We've got the winning head coach, Ben Hemberger, after the game. And Ben, a better offensive output, kind of like you just said off the air. But your thoughts of everything overall throughout the game. What do you think?
I think overall, I thought we played pretty hard tonight. Obviously, for us to put 89 points on the board, that's a pretty tall task for us. But I thought first half, I thought we had a lot of, we got up to the 19-7 lead or whatever it was early in the game, and then I think we kind of got a little sloppy with the ball, and I think a lot of those turnovers were just like unforced turnovers, like maybe a 3 seconds in the lane or things like that, things of that nature. But I think overall, I thought the second half we played much better. I know we switched up the offense a little bit, went kind of a 5-out spread type look, and were able to get into the lane a little bit and beat some pressure with some back cuts and whatnot, and kind of loosen things up a little bit offensively. I thought in the first half, I thought Ryan Morris absolutely torched us. We had a hard time keeping him under control, and we switched things up a little bit defensively and put Ryan Dupong on him, and did a good job. And and I thought for the most part we held him in check in the second half. Wasn't necessarily perfect by any means, but they also had some other kids that made some buckets for him. So we wanted to try to let somebody else beat us, and instead of Ryan Morris, and I thought for the most part we did okay with that.
You referenced that early lead that you guys had, the 19-6 or whatever it was, 19-4, somewhere in there. Did you stress that to the guys, especially after the early deficit against Winnimac in the last game, or what was the story there?
Well, I don't know if I necessarily have to tell them that we need to get off to a good start. I mean, they should know that,
right?
and that thing, and those things. But what I did talk to them about is the last time that we played them is we get nice digit leads like that, and then we do a couple silly things on the other end of the floor and let them get runouts, and where you lose somebody defensively and let them creep back into it. I think the last time that we played, we get up like 17, 18, 19, and then pretty soon you look up and it's a 9-10 point game again. I think it up at 8 or 9 points was the final spread the last time we played. But, and I know in the second half, I think once we got up 12, I called that quick timeout, and mainly just to talk about some things defensively that we wanted to try to correct. But out of that timeout, they put a run back on us and cut it down to like 6 or 7, and then we got it up to 13 again shortly after that, and they called a timeout, and just reminded the guys that was kind of the opposite of the way that we wanted to respond to that last timeout, and they did a much better job, and we kind of pulled away from there, so that was good to see.
How about the performance from Will Christian tonight? I got him for 21 points, 5 rebounds, and most of those points coming in the second half and really being that big force on the inside.
Yeah, Will has been pretty steady for us all season long. I think early in the game he was maybe pressing a little bit, and he was missing some bunnies and whatnot, but he's been pretty steady for us all year long in the paint, and he's averaging right around the double-double right now for us. And we once they that timeout I referenced where they cut it down to 6 or 7 after we were up 12, and we came down, and Will hit a big shot to push it back to 8 again. It was a big bucket for us and kind of got us going again. But he's had a pretty good year for us. He is guarding older Evetts kid there in that second half, and Ethan kind of put him on ice skates there a little bit at times, but for the most part, I mean, Will works hard. He's a great kid, and he's doing a good job for us.
Some other big performances. Kelton Gray comes out with 28 points, and Hudson Bushy 19 and 15 rebounds. Ryan Dupong with 11 points. But the big thing here now, too, Ben, you're 4-6 now on the season. and a favorable next couple of games at Bagley and then against Black Duck. And they're probably playing better throughout the season has come, but two teams you've beat already, so a chance to get back to 500.
It is, and like we just said in the locker room, we're in no position where we can take anybody lightly, and we've got to take it day by day. I thought today was definitely a step in the right direction as far as what we want to see when the final product is at the end of the season. And tomorrow's got to be another day, big preparation day, going over to Bagley, getting ready to go over to Bagley on Thursday, and they're going to be another team that's hungry for a win and probably have a bit of a sour taste in their mouth from the way that maybe they played against us the first time, and we'll have to be ready to go.
All right. Well, sounds good, Ben. Congratulations on the win. And we'll, of course, have that game on Thursday on the radio on KKCQ AM. And congratulations and good luck then.
Hey, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Ben Hemberger, the head coach of the Fosston Greyhounds, with us here on the post-game report. His team wins it tonight. 89-70 was the final score overall. The Greyhounds over the Climax-Fisher Knights as the Greyhounds improved to 4-6. And now we've got head coach Alex Wenzel joining us. And coach, a back and forth game really for the vast majority of the contest, and then just some things late. But your thoughts on your team's performance overall?
Yeah, right away I thought we started out really good. I thought maybe we'd come out in some press and just see how they handled it, but right away we were getting some steals and some tip passes, and then I think we just kind of ran out of steam, and then we had to kind of get out of our press. We're getting tired, and overall a good effort by our boys. It seemed like for a while Fosston couldn't miss there, so we couldn't. We just couldn't capitalize on them missing shots. We were hoping that, especially with that press coming, we were hoping that some of their outside shots wouldn't fall, and they ended up kind of going in. So, you just got to live with it. So I thought the boys played really well, though.
It's interesting you bring that up about Fosston shooting so well, and then in the pregame show you referenced how you guys are primarily a half-court team. You want to run your sets, push it when you can, but I thought you guys did a pretty nice job of not panicking, not trying to scramble, because when you get down 9 points, you're not going to get it all back at once, and we see some teams resort to that. But I thought you guys did a good job of keeping her cool and staying with it.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. We know there's no 9-pointer in a basketball game, right? So you chip away. That's always what I tell the boys. You just got to chip away. And we did that for a while. We were kind of back and forth, and it just seems like I think we were down by 5 for a lot of the time. They'd get a basket, we'd get a basket, but we just couldn't get over that 5-point hump to kind of close the deal. And I think we were just tired. Second game back here after break and stuff, and a couple kids getting off of the flu and some other stuff. So no excuses. We got to show up. We got to play. But I think once we get everybody back to 100% health here, I think we got some good things looking up.
Tell me a little bit about the offensive mindset or strategy with Ryan Morris. Able to pour in the points when he wants. He's so long, handles the ball, really well, and has so much experience. But in the second half, it might have been a little bit of a hard time. Fosston did some different things, but what do you tell your guys offensively when, the opposing team is handling Ryan a little bit better and you got to look elsewhere for points?
Yeah, for sure. Ryan's very good at creating his own shots. And in the second half there, it seemed like they were hedging him and almost kind of, double teaming him. But we have to recognize that if there's two people on him, somebody's open, right? And I think we just missed that skip pass a couple times where we really should have skipped the ball across court, and give it to a person that's, has their feet set. And I don't mind that 3. I can live with that 3. I just don't want to see contested 3s. We're just not a great 3-point shooting team. So, when we have our feet set, and then Gabe Wenzel, he comes in and, if he can set his feet, he's a good shooter. Same with Ty Torrance. He had a couple that were wide open, just didn't fall for him. But that's basketball. You can't shoot 100% either. So, I think if Ryan can drive and kick a little more, and we can make use of that a little better, something to work on in practice, right? So, if we can get a few of those fundamental things down, I think we're going to be, right there.
Lost tonight, but at Crookston on Friday, the next team I see on your schedule. what do you know much about the Pirates at this point in the year as you guys begin to strategize?
Yeah, well, I've known their coach a long time. He's been there a long time. So, Mr. Garman and I kind of have a long history of me playing against them and my brothers playing against them, and it's always fun to go there. What I kind of know about them is they kind of have one dominant player in Hunter Nichols. He's kind of their post. I think he had 24 boards in their last game. So we got to keep him off the glass. I'd like to get him into foul trouble right away, and see if we can't get a couple cheap ones on him, make him sit on the bench, and then I think we're gonna rock and roll. So that's kind of the game plan for that. They got a couple shooters we need to look out for too. He's been there a long time. He's a good coach, so you can't overlook them. You can't overlook them. They're ready to play for him. Kind of the same thing with Fosston here. So.
All right. Well, sounds good, Coach. I appreciate the time. It sounds like you guys got a real good, strategy headed into Friday. So we wish you guys the best of luck, and we'll see you guys down the road.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. That is the head coach, Alex Wenzel of the Climax-Fisher Knights, joining us on the post-game report tonight. 89-70 was the final score here on yourliveevent.com. It's the Fosston Greyhounds over the Climax-Fisher Knights. We'll take a short break, come back with some post-game awards, some final stats, and then we'll send you on your way on your Tuesday night. Greyhounds win it 89-70.
Creating soil and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
At Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, they remain committed to their original mission of providing living environments for seniors that maximize health, independence, and quality of life. Residents can enjoy hobbies, socializing, programs, and more at Halstead Living Center and Heritage House communities. For more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Back inside the final segment of our post-game report tonight, the Fosston Greyhounds defeating the Climax-Fisher Knights in boys basketball 89-70. That was the final score on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard as we take a look at some post-game awards, starting with our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game here tonight. And we take a look at the Precision Player of the Game who had 19 points, 15 rebounds for the Fosston Greyhounds. Hudson Bushy was outstanding. The senior, 19 points, 15 rebounds is the number. And, offensively, Hudson can score. He can put the ball in the basket, no doubt. But the 15 rebounds, that's the big number. And some big rebounds throughout the night. And that is why Hudson Bushy is the RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota. For precision planting updates, information, questions, contact RDK Enterprises Hillsboro and Drayton 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. planterdoc.com. RDK Enterprises is here to help you. The Enbridge Energy players of the game tonight. I've got two for the Greyhounds tonight. A couple of guys who had big offensive scoring nights. We start with Will Christian, who had 21 points and 5 rebounds. And Coach Hemberger talking about Will in the post-game report, who's really been a steady force on the inside for Fosston throughout the season and averaging right near a double-double. He had 21 and 5 tonight. And then Kelton Gray had a huge night, 28 points, 4 rebounds for the junior. Kelton Gray is going to be one of our other Enbridge Energy players of the game. Kelton Gray and Will Christian, the Enbridge Energy players of the game, as they led the Greyhounds in scoring. Kelton had 28 points, and Will had 21 points tonight as well. Enbridge Energy players of the game. Life takes energy. Enbridge Energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Some final stats before we send you on your way on your Tuesday night. Taking a look at the Greyhounds scoring and rebounding outputs overall for the evening. Kelton Gray had 28 points and 4 rebounds. Ryan Dupong in double figures with 11 and 4. Hudson Bushy had 19 points and 15 rebounds. Trevor Vig had 6 points and 4 rebounds. Dawson Bailey, 2 points and 3 rebounds, and Will Christian had 21 points and 5 rebounds. For Climax-Fisher, Jarrett Steinmetz had 2 points, Branson Solheim a rebound, Ty Torrance 10 points and 4 rebounds, all the points coming in the second half. Gabe Wenzel had 6 points and a rebound. Ryan Morris led the Knights in scoring with 29 points and 6 rebounds. Tyler Evans had 9 points and 2 rebounds. Ethan Evans had 14 and 7, 13 of his 14 in the second half, and Jace Model hauled in 2 rebounds. Turnover numbers advantage Climax-Fisher with just 10 by my count, and then for Fosston, they had a total of 17. From the free throw line, the Knights shooting 8 of 15 for 53% overall on the night, and for Fosston, 20 of 28 for 71% from the stripe were the Greyhounds. Those are your final stats tonight as we take a look at what's up next for both of these two teams. The Greyhounds with the win, they improved to 4-6 on the year. They will be at the Bagley Flyers this Thursday. We'll have that game across our R&J Broadcasting Incorporated family of stations on 1480 AM, 99.7 FM, KKCQ. And then for the Climax-Fisher Knights, falling to 1-10 on the season, and they will take on Section 8 AA opponent, the Crookston Pirates, on Friday, and that will be at the Crookston home gym. 89-70, the final score tonight. Fosston wins it over the Climax-Fisher Knights. We thank our sponsors and advertisers that you saw throughout the broadcast on yourliveevent.com. And we thank you for sponsoring the broadcast. We do a lot of games throughout the year, whether it be on our R&J Broadcasting Incorporated family of stations or on yourliveevent.com. A lot of basketball and high school sports games to go around, and they're not possible to broadcast without the help of our sponsors. So thank you. You should tell them thank you or patronize them whenever you get the chance. Also, thank you to you, the viewer, for tuning into tonight's game on yourliveevent.com. And we thank you for making us a part of your Tuesday night, and we sincerely hope you enjoyed tonight's game broadcast. Final score in the JB game was the Greyhounds over the Knights 41-35, and the final score for the final time tonight on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard in the varsity game, the Fosston Greyhounds defeating the Climax-Fisher Knights 89-70. I'm Dawson Peterson reporting from the Climax Shelley School High School Gymnasium, signing off and saying so long right here on yourliveevent.com.